What is good? What is really good, my people? It is UK. Try the brother dr.blick, the darkest man who around us today, guys. I'll be talking about One Piece with MrNinjaStar. Say hello to the people, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm MrNinjaStar, and I'm happy to be on the Dr. Blick channel once again, where I think we're gonna have a really fun time talking about One Piece today.
Yeah, we are gonna have a fun time because we're gonna be discussing whether the ending to Luffy versus KATAKURI was bad. I see a lot of people have mixed opinions on this. A lot of people saying the ending was kind of lackluster. The ending wasn't really that good. But Ninja, what's your thoughts on the ending of Luffy versus KATAKURI?
So, I'm not exactly on the negative side, but I'm not exactly on the super positive side. I'm like, okay, it was alright. I mean, I did feel a bit underwhelmed by it, but I think what Oda did, people are exaggerating a bit. I do like what he did with the whole, Luffy showing respect to KATAKURI towards the end. It was definitely like, I mean, the way, I know people compared this fight to Lucci a lot, but Lucci's ending was way different. Luffy had a lot going at stake emotionally, and there wasn't much of that, I guess, honor or respect. Whereas with here, a lot of the fight towards the end focus on that, and, Luffy took off his hat and put it over KATAKURI's mouth, as a sign of respect, and KATAKURI even complimented him. So I liked the direction that Oda did there, although I do kind of wish we would have gotten maybe more interactions. I mean, the dialogue was alright, but who knows, maybe it'll be better in the Viz translation, but I just feel maybe talking a bit more, like maybe KATAKURI reflecting on the battle, instead of just jumping straight away to, oh, hey, are you gonna come back here? Luffy's like, yeah, king of the pirates. KATAKURI's like, cool, you're seeing far in the future, just collapse. I mean, it wasn't, like, it did feel like we wanted more. Maybe it's just because we were so used to the fight, but I don't know, I was kind of like, I needed some more. And I didn't like, to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of how in the last chapter we got so much build up for this epic clash, and we didn't really see the clash, we kind of just saw the aftermath. I think it wouldn't have hurt to maybe had an extra page where, the clash actually happens and not just the aftermath. That's just what I had to say on the, what are your thoughts?
When it comes down to the way they close this fight, in my opinion, when you brought up the Luffy versus Rob Lucci fight, I felt like when it came down to that ending in my opinion was better. But with this ending, Oda tried to go a different route. It was more so, I don't feel like KATAKURI did lose, don't get me wrong, but I felt like if he really wanted to, he could kind of continue. The way he went down was more so him giving up rather than him like actually not being able to continue on. He saw the future. He saw that Luffy was gonna defeat Big Mom, and in his eyes, by the way I saw it, it seemed like he accepted that fact, and he just gave up. He's just like, yo, this is the best I can do, and that's it. That's the way it seems. Like, I'm gonna chill now. I'm gonna relax. This is all I can do. He basically came to terms with what was gonna happen in the future, and Luffy gave him that sign of respect, and both of them did all they could, and it was more so them actually just like putting it, like just giving it a rest, just letting go for the most part. Because let's be honest, even though they weren't really in a condition to fight or to continue on, they could still pretty much continue on. It wasn't like KATAKURI was KO'd. It was more so KATAKURI was like, I'm done for now, sort of thing. But I can see why a lot of people were on the fences about this. My initial reaction was like, wait, that's it? Like, wait, that's it? That's how he finishes? But another side of me was like, finally, I'm relieved, because let's be honest, this fight was long. I don't care what no one says, this fight was so long. Like, it got to the point where me and Ninja were making videos on whether this fight was getting dragged out. Little did we know that this fight would be a fight that will actually progressively get better, reach its climax, and then obviously go down. I feel like when it comes to this in the anime, I feel like in the anime this will be better, because obviously in the anime they're gonna stretch out the fight. The fight's gonna be a lot longer. It's gonna feel a lot better with the music and the OST, and with the way they know how to implement the whole KATAKURI scene in the future. Maybe in the anime they actually might even show what KATAKURI sees, or see Luffy like looking down a Big Mom on her back or something. Like, I don't know. like who knows? Because the anime have done crazy things like that in the past. Like, they've done things that a lot of people didn't expect. They've done things that a lot of people didn't expect to happen. In my personal opinion, the ending was fine. It wasn't an amazing ending. It wasn't a bad ending. It was more so a finally it's ended sort of thing, in my opinion. But Ninja, you got anything else to add towards that?
I just feel I can respect what the idea Oda was going for, and I'm really big on that idea too. I didn't want this to be the exact like New World Luffy versus Rob Lucci, because I hate comparing stuff like this because there's so many differences. I mean, I get there's a few similarities, but you know, it's whatever. I feel people shouldn't cater too much towards, oh, this ain't Luffy versus Lucci, so it's not that good. No, it's still a really good fight on its own. And I'm sure it could have been number one if maybe Oda executed the ending a little bit better, maybe elaborated more on this chapter. I mean, I like what he did where he went back to everything else that was going on, like the pudding, Sanji, everything else that was going on involving, like, you know, the enraged army. But as far as, I don't know, he could have maybe just done a bit more, because we really only got a few pages of the Luffy Katakuri stuff. I mean, like, it was so funny because just when you think, like, okay, Luffy gets up, usually you see Katakuri, this dominating figure, it's like, oh, this fight's gonna go on, isn't it? It's not really over. That got me excited, and then the guy's like, okay, you did this, and he just falls back down. Like, I get what you were saying, though, Blick, about him accepting it, but it did seem a bit uncharacteristic, but I can sort of respect the direction that Oda is going in. I just feel maybe if he elaborated on it a bit more, it could have been more satisfying, if that makes sense, this immensely built up battle.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Like, it was more so the way I see the way he gave up and accepted it. It was more so like, remember back in Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta was like, Goku, you're better than me, Kakarot, all that crap. It kind of reminded me of that. Obviously it was kind of out of characteristic for Katakuri, and it felt a bit strange that he did that. But like you said, I do feel like Oda could have elaborated on it more. He could have done a bit more with it. But I gotta ask you this: do you think this fight is better than Rob Lucci?
Nah, to be honest. Like, I mean, before it was a bit debatable. Like 895, I was like, okay, now it's getting close, but I don't know. Luffy versus Lucci, there's such a satisfying feeling about it when you finish it. And with this, it's like, oh, okay, it's over. So, yeah, that's just what I had to say.
It really does depend on how the anime does it. Because I see when it comes to favorite fights, I see a lot of people say their favorite fight is different in the manga compared to the anime of One Piece.
Yeah.
Like, Rob Lucci really got the name of having the best fight in some people's eyes in anime or in One Piece, like purely for the fact that the way Toei executed it. But in the manga, I hear a lot of people say different things about their favorite fights in the manga. But it could be a lot better. It could be a lot clearer, because there's one thing that Oda tends to do, and this is not really me throwing shade at him. This is me being honest. Some stuff that he does in the manga, it tends to be more clearer in the anime in terms of you trying to understand the direction he's going.
Yes.
In terms of you trying to understand what they're doing. Because there'll be some stuff you'll be like, alright, why is he doing this? And then when you see in the anime, he makes it a lot clearer. So it really does depend on how the anime executes it. I do know the anime is on the up again, but it's going to be hard for them to remain on the up because of how close it is to the manga. If only there was some sort of space between anime and manga, but that's a topic for a different occasion. But anyways, you got anything else to add towards that?
I guess just towards the anime bit. Yeah, I feel like Toei's really gonna knock it out of the park with this fight. It's not even just false expectations. Like, the fact that they literally had this man Katakuri appear earlier than how when he should have appeared. Like, right now in the anime, we're on the Capone and Luffy meeting. And Katakuri doesn't appear until like that wedding chapter, or like the prelude to the wedding chapter. And funny enough, in the anime, Katakuri already appeared like a few episodes ago. So Toei's excited. Not just that. In the newest version of the opening, they have a bit with it's Luffy and Katakuri, and that looks really good. It just goes to show Toei's really excited for this guy, and they want to do a lot with it. I can instantly infer it, and I think because the ending, because Toei like, people may call out Toei on their pacing, but I do give them credit for one thing: they don't rush anything. And even though I'm worried that the Big Mom chase scene is gonna be, you know, I think one of the weakest points of this arc was the whole Big Mom chasing the Strawds for chapters, and running. It was getting really repetitive, so I'm worried about that. But as far as like the end of this fight goes, I feel Toei can elaborate on it a bit more, maybe show some flashbacks with Katakuri, him actually seeing Luffy take down Big Mom, you know, that future sight. I think Toei could maybe make it better, because like it's just one of those things where when it comes to fights, Toei usually does a good job. I mean, with the Dofi fight, they were lacking a bit, but I'm sure they'll do fine here. They've been doing really well for Whole Cake Island so far. That's just what I had to say.
Yeah, that's something that I completely agree with. Like, there's no arguments with that. And when it comes down to the stuff I have to say, I pretty much said everything. So make sure you check out Ninja's channel. Link to that will be in the description below. I highly recommend you guys check that out. And yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please like, rate, and enjoy this video. And yeah, this UK Trotter Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.
Peace.